Hi everybody, it's Melissa Paluzzi here with the card reading of the month. This is for August 2024. I am using the Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron-Reid. I like that one for the collective reading. So what have we got going on here? Well, we have an interesting month. We have 4 Wednesdays in August, so I've pulled 4 cards. The first week is Deep Knowing. The owl represents wisdom there. We've got that face and the moon. Looks like another moon behind it. So there's a depth to this. The moon represents our intuition, our inner landscape. There's wisdom inside the inner landscape. And so many of us are guilty of looking outward for our information. And the best place to look for your information is in your own self. You have been gifted just by being born on this planet with being able to tap into your own inner wisdom. And this first week of August is a time for you to go within and get answers from yourself. So maybe don't ask Google all the things you want to know about, but especially if it's something really important to you, go within and check with your higher guidance. And everybody's method to do this is different. So some people are some people are getting external messages. Maybe they're asking an internal question, but maybe they hear a song on the radio that is the answer to that question, or perhaps somebody that they meet says something to them. That's the answer to the question, and you just know that that was the answer. So since everybody has different abilities, how that works for you is going to be different. But it's a good time for you to develop that inner communication so that you can be in your knowing. And being in your knowing is a really wonderful place to be. It means you're following the guidance of your higher self and source, and takes a whole lot of fear out of the equation because you know you can trust that information. So if you're early on to this intuitive process, that might be a little scary for you, but I do recommend that you make a notebook or a journal about these conversations you have with source and record what you get and record those confirmations and affirmations that you receive so that you can start trusting that better. You have to kind of build a log of trust. I think that's how our minds like to work. So when you feel confident that you're going to get a response and you're going to get the answers that you need, it gets easier to just go to that place all the time, every time, instead of having to go outside of yourself. So that first week, practice intuitive knowing. All right? The second week, you'll be asking for some help. We have our leg up card. We've had this one before. And this is about working in cooperation with somebody, but still being your independent you. So sometimes we have to ask others for help. I know I myself have had difficulty with this in the past. I'm much better than I used to be. Sometimes we just need someone to give us a hand, to give us a leg up, so to speak. And you don't have to be giving up your autonomy to do that. You can still maintain your own individual, who you are. You can still maintain that. But allowing others to come in and give assistance when needed, and you giving assistance when needed, maybe you're going to be the one that's giving someone else some support. But week 2 of August is about either receiving or giving some support, being open to that. Also, from the perspective of law of attraction, we want to remind ourselves that blocking energy if you don't allow people to help you. If you don't ask for assistance and let that happen, you're blocking things. So we want that energy to move nicely back and forth. And so just remember that process. Try to have that idea in the back of your mind, like, all right, if I want to offer help, maybe sometimes I need to receive help as well. So just give yourself permission to just ask for what you need. All right. Week number 3, we've gotten this card before too. This is a change in the wind. This means there's probably some discomforts headed our way. So this is week 3 of August. It could be anything. It could be a storm that causes some disruption. It could just be changes with the energy of the planet. There's all kinds of things happening right now, solar flares and the Schumann resonance and all kinds of stuff. So if you've been feeling extra tired lately, that's more than likely what it is. You're getting frequency upgrades, and frequency upgrades don't always feel good. But a change in the wind is kind of like this deck's version of the Tower. So something is coming to give you a big different shift. There's a shift coming. And so how we receive the shift is what's important. Most human beings really like everything to stay the same all the time. We like it to stay the same, like the zebra stripes don't change. But we know that being here on planet Earth, the only thing that's guaranteed is that everything changes all the time. And so we might find ourselves getting a little too comfortable, a little too complacent, and we're not open to those potentials like big, massive shifts that offer us opportunities to create huge changes in our own life. And how you respond to those changes are what really matters. So keep your eyes peeled for this situation that's going to kind of force you to make some big shifts, and you'll benefit from it. This is just always how it works. The fourth week in August, we have the By the Book. Now, this card is talking about law. And the last week of August is a week that we don't really, the energy does not support us being rebellious. I know for myself, I have struggled for most of my life with an attitude of, don't tell me what to do. I did, by the way, receive an amazing hypnotherapy healing treatment that did help me process through that. So I don't actually have that anymore. That's a cool thing. And I do that, so if you need that, you call me. I'll get you through that. All right? But this one is about, you can see the elephants here are plodding along, staying connected, and that oldest one, the wisest one, has passed its knowledge down through to the other elephants. And so this is about the way things are and the laws we have, in addition to universal law. So one of the things about this card is if you don't like the laws around you that you see in our everyday life, our city laws, our state laws, our government laws, you don't like them, this week is not the time to buck the system. But how you can get around that, how you can get around the energy of the rebellious thing you might feel, is to understand that the universal law is going to take care of everything. So there really isn't anything for you to get agitated about. If you do get triggered and you want to just rebel, go within yourself and use that intuition you developed earlier in the month to find out where you can make shifts on a spiritual level instead of feeling like you're running into the brick wall with these things that you maybe can't change in the moment. So we need an overarching spiritual bird's eye view of what this really is. So we have lots of, laws are on the books for reasons. I feel like something must have happened to cause that to go into place. And so things just kind of stay the same. We are in a period of time where we're starting to look behind the scenes and see maybe some of those things don't serve us so well anymore. So things will be shifting, but that last week of August is not the time for you to be making radical changes in your government systems, all right? So go into your intuition, develop that further. I think this card indicates that you'll have an actual easier time getting some information for that first week of August. Ask for help if you need it. Don't be stubborn. Get ready for the shift. It'll be a good one. It always is. And don't be a rebel. Just have a spiritual bird's eye view. You got this covered. So that's our reading for August. I have some classes coming up at Rock Valley. If you get the catalog from Rock Valley, you can look in the, I think it's spiritual development section, personal development, one of those. You'll find some classes I'm throwing. Those will be on Thursday nights. Those will just be short, fun classes. I have my retreat coming up in September. I have one spot left for that. And I think that covers it. Oh, I have a new spiritual development group that I'm going to be running once a month on Saturdays. The first one is Saturday, August 3rd from 10 o'clock to 11:30 in the morning. It's a $20 fee drop-in. I do like to know if you're coming, though, so I like to plan out chairs and whatnot. So if you are going to make it, please just shoot me a text or send me a message in some way to let me know that you'd like to come. It's going to be fun, and talking all things spiritual is always good. I'll have a theme. But, that can ebb and flow as needed, and I will be guided spiritually as to what that topic should be each time. So I hope to see you there. Lots of fun things going on here lately. If you didn't know, we have Rachel here who does Reiki. She does her ultra session, I'll call it, is she does drumming and vocals with it. I love those sessions, but she's a very talented Reiki practitioner, so definitely come and see her. And we have 2 massage therapists right now. We have Lilia, who is also trained in heart math, and she does craniosacral and she does massage. So if you want to get some somatic psychological things out of your muscle tissue, schedule an appointment with her. She's very relaxing. And then we have Teresa here through to the end of the summer, and she likes to do all kinds of massage, but she does specialize in deep work. So if you need to get a deep tissue massage, you can get a hold of her too. I have their numbers on my website, so go to melissapaluzzi.com and you can find all of that information that I just talked about. So have a wonderful August, and I'll see you guys later.